Thank you for visiting us at Core Documents. On this page, you'll learn about the Section 105 HRA Plan Document Package for small employers with less than 3 employees. One way the self-employed have reduced the high cost of health insurance and out-of-pocket medical expenses is to establish a Section 105 HRA plan. Section 105 HRA plans are medical expense reimbursement plans that allow small employers to save substantial tax dollars on insurance premiums and out-of-pocket medical expenses not covered by insurance. Section 105 HRA plans are designed specifically for small business owners that can legitimately hire their spouse. Because the spouse employee can be reimbursed for family expenses, the employer indirectly benefits as well. This type of plan is made possible by Section 105 of the Internal Revenue Code, Revenue Ruling 71-588, and IRS Letter Ruling 940-9006. Links to these documents are available on this page. Section 105 of the Internal Revenue Code has been in existence since 1954. Soon thereafter, Section 105 plans gained popularity in the agricultural industry as farmers utilized the plans to provide tax-free benefits to their family members employed on the farm. Today, Section 105 HRA plans are widely accepted, with over 50,000 small business owners taking advantage of the tax deduction. Average tax savings are approximately $2,500 per year. Savings may be more or less depending on the amount of deductions. Section 105 HRA plans are best suited for employees of sole proprietors, corporations, limited liability companies, and partnerships. Business owners generally can't participate in a Section 105 HRA plan. This is why the spouse-employee approach has become so popular. Small employers and the self-employed can actually write off their health insurance premiums without a Section 105 HRA with some limitations. Effective in 2003 and thereafter, 100% of health insurance premiums became tax-deductible for the self-employed. The self-employed can take this deduction whether they itemize or not. However, most people are unaware that the 100% health insurance deduction only affects income tax and does not reduce income when calculating Social Security taxes, otherwise known as self-employment tax. The 15.3% self-employment tax is still paid on insurance premiums. However, if an employer elects to establish a Section 105 HRA for a spouse employee, the Social Security taxes are eliminated for the employee as well as the employer. The Section 105 HRA allows employers to take this additional 15.3% deduction. Actually, medical expenses are already tax-deductible for the self-employed, again with certain limitations. Employers can take the medical expense deduction if they itemize deductions. However, they can only write off medical expenses that are in excess of 7.5% of their adjusted gross income. Example, if adjusted gross income is $100,000 and you have $10,000 in out-of-pocket medical expenses, you can only deduct $2,500 because the IRS does not allow the first 7.5% or $7,500 in this case. With a spouse-employee Section 105 HRA, the employer can deduct the entire $10,000 as a business expense. Care must be taken when establishing a Section 105 HRA to ensure that a legitimate employer-employee relationship exists with the family member. In 1999, the IRS Industry Specialization Program offered a coordinated issue paper regarding Section 105 and the spouse-employee issue that said, "The extent and nature of a spouse's involvement in the business operations is critical. Although part-time work does not negate employee status, the performance of nominal or insignificant services that have no economic substance or independent significance may be challenged. Merely calling a spouse an employee is not sufficient to qualify a non-working spouse as an employee." This IRS coordinated issue paper is available on this page for your review. The question is, does the spouse provide meaningful services to the company? And would the employer have to hire someone else to provide the same services if the spouse was not available for employment? If the answer is yes, then you qualify to establish a Section 105 HRA plan for your spouse. To be an employer, you'll need to apply for a Federal Employer Identification Number, FEIN. You can apply for the FEIN using IRS SS4 form located on this page. There are hundreds of payroll services that will process your payroll, report, and deposit payroll taxes for a minimal cost. When hiring your spouse, you need a formal hiring process that should include the completion of a standard employment application, W-4 form, and an I-9 form, all available on this page for your convenience. Core Documents will provide you with a work agreement that outlines the duties and responsibilities of the employee, plus the total compensation package. Next, and very important, is developing a reasonable compensation for the services provided. Some factors to consider would be wages paid for similar services, experience, qualifications, complexity of the job, and responsibilities. Once you've established a reasonable wage, then determine which insurance and medical expenses can be deducted. The difference is the reasonable salary that should be set up on a systematic payroll either biweekly, monthly, or quarterly. Next, notify your health insurance carrier that you will be changing the name of the primary policyholder to the spouse employee. Your spouse should set up a separate checking account to deposit earnings and medical expenses you've reimbursed. The paycheck and the medical expense reimbursements should be in the employee's name and deposited into their individual or joint account. Don't deposit payroll checks into the business account. You should keep records of the hours worked and jobs performed for all employees. That's it. You do not need an administrator to administer your Section 105 HRA plan. Many employers administer their own plans. To assist employers who prefer to administer their own plan, Core Documents offers you a robust Excel spreadsheet template software package to simplify this process. Core Documents provides you with a custom Section 105 HRA plan document prepared specifically from the information you provide in the application. You'll receive a single user license for the plan document. Each plan document package consists of a personalized binder with a resolution to adopt the plan, the IRS required signature-ready plan documents, the summary plan description, election forms, claim forms, and change forms, plus a complete administrative guide. For an additional fee, you can purchase a CD with the summary plan description in PDF format and the forms in MS Word format. You do not have to file a copy of the plan document with any governmental entity. Annual IRS Form 5500 filing was suspended in 2002. You should distribute a copy of the summary plan description to all eligible employees. To order, simply click on the Order Now button at the bottom of the page or the online order form in the blue sidebar of the right side of the page next to the red arrow. If you prefer, you can use our fax order form. Consultants are standing by to assist you Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Please don't hesitate to call us if you have questions. Thank you for visiting us at Core Documents.